Alright, Nerdad 5000 here, back with another reaction video. If you're not already a subscriber, take a second and click that subscribe button. It's easy, it takes like 1 second. You're subscribed. If you want to continue to see when I release videos, click that bell icon also so you get those notifications. We are here to maybe conclude. It's already been 2 parts. This is probably the 3rd, maybe the last part. Season 1, Episode 12 of My Hero Academia. This one is titled All Might. Over the course of the last couple of episodes, the kids went off to this huge training center to do some rescue training. While there, they were attacked by a huge group of villains, including the hand-on-his-face guy, who I've learned through reading the subtitles. His name is Shigaraki. He brought a ton of villains there, including one guy whose name was Kurogiri, maybe, who can create portals. He created a portal, brought all the villains into the dome. He then managed to split all the kids up to the various regions. Villains also went with them, so the villains were supposed to attack and take care of the kids, but they've been taking care of the villains. Aizawa was taking care of a lot of them with his quirk-canceling quirk. He's got a quirk that cancels quirks, and his super attack scarf. But finally, the Nomu, who's the big giant beak and the brain showing, I guess he's super strong, and that's not a quirk, it's just that he's super strong, so he finally got hold of Aizawa and has beat him up pretty bad. We also got to see that Shigaraki's quirk is that when he touches things, he can get it to, looks like, disintegrate, because he was getting Aizawa's elbow. He was also the person we saw there at the school responsible for demolishing the gate, letting the reporters in. And just as Shigaraki was about to put his hand on Sue and Mineta, and Nomu had hold of Midorya, the door comes flying open, and everybody stops to see who it is, and it is, of course, All Might. So that's pretty much where episode 11 ended. So here we go, Season 1, Episode 12, All Might. Here we go. Alright, little flashback to what's been going on. Poor Aizawa, he's beat up bad.
I think he's as strong as All Might.
He tried to do the big punch. Of course, the Nomu got in the way. And then boom. Ooh, he is not smiling.
It's All Might.
Alrighty, here we go.
I couldn't shake the feeling that something had gone wrong, so I hurried over. I hate to think of how frightened these children must be.
It's okay.
And how hard my colleagues had to fight in order to protect them. Have no fear, students.
Oh, rip that tie off.
I am here.
Rip it.
He's here. And he's not smiling.
No, he's not.
The heroic piece of trash shows up.
Coat down.
It's All Might. If we strike now, we can kill him.
He's so fast. Nope, you got Aizawa. Oh, that arm.
I'm sorry, Aizawa. I should have been here. Everybody back to the entrance, and take Aizawa with you.
It wasn't supposed to go this way.
He like zoomed past him and pulled one of the hands off.
Somehow he managed to hit me. I couldn't even see him when he moved. But he's not as fast as I thought he would be. All Might really is getting weaker.
I smashed him and didn't break my arm this time, but he wasn't phased at all.
Young Midorya, I got this. Carolina!
Oh crap, it didn't do anything.
Guess he wasn't wrong when he said it had no effect on you. Doesn't even matter where I punch you, does it?
That's because Nomu here has shock absorption, All Might. The only way you're going to hurt him is to slowly gouge out his flesh. You finally met your match.
That's a good quirk.
Thanks
Absorption.
for telling me how to beat him. All I have to do is wear him down, then it's on to you.
Now,
I have to put my faith in All Might.
You just gotta let him do this one on his own.
I read the hero news this morning on my way to school and saw the headlines about All Might. Then, when they were talking about why he wasn't at training, 13 held up 3 fingers, probably to indicate that All Might was already at his limit today. He must have been absent because he'd used too much of his power. He's saving us, but at what cost? They're cheering him on, but they don't know what kind of trouble he's actually in.
He's gonna be okay.
What kind of cheap move was that?
Oh, and he's grabbing him in the wound.
Nice work, Kurogiri. We've got him just where we want him now.
Crap! This monster found my weak spot. If this is your best, then you picked the wrong place to attack. You should just give up now. Normally, I wouldn't want blood and viscera flooding the insides of my warp gates. But I'll make an exception for a hero as great as you.
Oh, gonna close the gate around him.
Since you're too fast to see with the human eye, Nomu had to restrain you. And once he's pulled your body halfway through, I'll squeeze the gate shut. I'm going to
That's
enjoy
a pretty
tearing
good
you
way to do it.
pieces.
Asui,
Yeah, what is it, Midorya?
will you carry Mr. Aizawa
Oh,
for me?
she didn't correct him.
Sure, but what are you gonna do? Are you crazy?
He is a little crazy.
This can't be how it all ends. It just
He's got a
can't.
glove on his messed up hand.
I'm coming!
How foolish.
Aha! Bakugo!
Deku!
There you go. Grab that metal sleeve. And... yes.
He's frozen. That means Todoroki must be here.
Todoroki.
He controlled his quirk so that the ice stopped just before it reached my body.
There you go. And Kirishima.
Guess I found your body that time, you smoky bastard!
Peace will not be defeated by delinquents like you.
Kachan, everyone.
Don't cry now.
Wait, is that Sue down there? Hey! Hey! Can you come help us out? He's super heavy and bleeding all over the place! Mr. Aizawa!
Come on.
You can just stand there and wait.
How could you let this brat get the best of you? It wasn't hard to figure you out. You used that mist to hide your actual body as a kind of
Smart.
distraction. But if you didn't have a body, you wouldn't be wearing this neck armor, right? You're not immune to physical attacks if they're well aimed.
Yeah, don't move.
You try anything funny, I'll blow your ass up right now. You got it? They'll be cleaning you up for weeks. They make the League of Villains look like amateurs.
Yes, they do.
Have that. Nomu.
No, he's breaking free. Oh, he just broke off the parts that were frozen. His eyes are super weird.
He's all messed up.
Stay back, everybody.
Oh, regeneration.
I thought you said his power was shock absorption.
He also has super regeneration.
Oh, multiple
Nomu has
quirks.
been modified to take you on even at 100% of your power.
Alright, Todoroki, freeze him solid.
First, we need to free our method of escape. Get him, Nomu.
He's fast.
Oh, yeah, it's gotta be All Might. If he'd have hit,
Such force.
if he'd hit Bakugo like that, it would have messed him up.
Kachan! Kachan?
I'm over here.
Oh, that's awesome. You dodged him.
Shut up. No, I didn't, you damn nerd. I couldn't even see him coming.
Then how'd you get over here? Isn't it obvious?
All Might.
So he protected the child, huh?
These are kids and you didn't hold back?
He was threatening my companion. You think you're the symbol of peace? You're just another government-sponsored instrument of violence. And violence always breeds more violence.
Criminals like you always try and make your actions sound noble. But admit it, you're only doing this because you like it.
He's got me figured out.
We've got them outnumbered.
And Kachan found the Mist Guy's weakness.
These dudes may act really tough, but we can take them down now with All Might's help.
Don't attack! I thank you for your assistance. But this is different. It's gonna be alright.
Kill him. I'll deal with the children.
Here we go.
My power's declining faster than I thought it would.
Let's clear this level and go home.
Even so,
He's fast too.
I have to stop these villains.
Heads up, we're fighting after all.
Because I am the world's symbol of peace and
Look at that face. He was exerting so much power, it was causing the wind to blow.
Weren't you listening? One of his powers is shock absorption.
Yeah, what about it?
Oh, what if he absorbs too much? Is he gonna, like, burst?
Gonna fight that brain guy head on?
He said your quirk was only shock absorption, not nullification. That means there's a limit to what you can take, right? So you are made to fight me, big guy. If you can really withstand me firing at 100% of my power, then I'll have to go beyond that and force you to surrender!
Those aren't just random punches either. They're targeted. And every single one of them is more than 100% of his power.
What do you think of that, Shigaraki?
We'll always find a way for justice to be served!
This is a crazy fight. They are all over the place. There you go. Ooh!
Now for a lesson. You may have heard these words before. Go beyond!
Oh man, this punch is gonna be huge. Yeah, look at that. That Nomu is going bye-bye. There it is. That little spark that always pops up and something goes flying off into space.
Did a villain just fly by?
It was that brain dude. Such power. He beat the shock absorption right out of him. He really is the best. That's how you get to be a pro.
But of course, Midoriya is worried.
I really have gotten weaker. Back in my heyday, 5 hits would have been enough to knock that guy out. But today it took more than 300 mighty blows. Time's up.
Uh-oh,
Gotta
smoking.
end this fast.
Oh, but the smoke from the fight, nobody can tell.
Surrender. We all want to get this over with quickly.
Look at him shaking. He can't believe he lost. Closing credits. And no closing credits scene. All right. Huge fight, as expected, between All Might and the Nomu. We found out that the Nomu has multiple quirks, and that probably goes back to the bioengineering that Shigaraki was talking about, I think, in the last episode when he was talking. I think he was describing the Nomu to Aizawa when they were fighting. So basically, this whole scene, this whole episode was the fight. The kids did have to step in and help him a little bit. They had him. He tried to suplex the Nomu. Kurogiri opened a gate so that the Nomu was able to, his head was through the ground and coming back up through the gate and had hold of All Might, and including right in his wound. But the kids came in. Todoroki froze the Nomu. Bakugo came in and did a big explosion. Midoriya was there. He was getting ready to fight also. But after Todoroki froze him, he was able to get loose. Fight continued, even though the Nomu had the absorption power. All Might just punched him so many times and so hard that he couldn't absorb anymore. And then one more huge plus ultra punch, and he sent the Nomu flying. I don't know if he went all the way into space, but it did that thing where it was like poof, through the cloud, and then way off in the distance, the little bling. And now we're at the point he is out of time. He is smoking, but because of the smoke from the battle, it's kind of hidden right now. So it looks like, except for some scatterings with some of the other kids still fighting people in the different zones, looks like we're down to just All Might and Shigaraki, trying to get Shigaraki to give up. But then the closing credits hit, because the closing credits always hit at an important point in a multi-part story. So I guess we'll find out next episode. Is Shigaraki going to surrender? What's going to happen? Is Aizawa going to be okay? Is 13 going to be okay? Season 1, episode 13 is the finale, so they're going to probably wrap all this up. Maybe give us a look at what's going to happen next season, or it might just be a finale where, like, this part of the story ends. But yeah, so episode 13 is all that's left. Can't wait to get into it to see how it wraps up. And as always, if you like what you see, please click subscribe. There's spots near the top, there's spots there. And I think one of these days I'm going to get it exactly right. Just click that. And of course, click the bell icon, which will be up near the top. so you can get notifications of whenever I release new videos. If you like what you see, please click like and click share. How have you liked this season so far? What do you think? How's it going to wrap up? Will Shigaraki surrender? What happened to the Nomu? What about Aizawa and 13? Are they going to be okay? Whatever you think. No spoilers, though, if you already have seen. I know I'm kind of late watching this, but just put all that in the comments. I will get back to you as soon as I can. And until next time, this has been Nerd Dad 5000. I will see you later.